Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm excited to take you through how to best use New Leaf Foundation's toolkit with your students. The goal of this video is to show you how to navigate the toolkit on our learning platform and also to share New Leaf's knowledge, approaches, and best practices so that you can feel confident introducing mindfulness-based tools with your group. Signing up for this toolkit tells us that you're invested in your own well-being as well as the well-being of your youth, and we're excited to support that. Let's get started. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional teachings and practices of Buddhist mindfulness and yoga that inform our work. It's also important to note that we don't offer these traditional practices in their fullest scope, but instead offer mindfulness and yoga-inspired programming that has been simplified and adapted for accessibility. The curriculum is built around New Leaf's model of using movement, breath, and awareness. We call this MBA, to cultivate social emotional skills and wellness. Through MBA practices, we can increase our ability to regulate our stress responses, cultivate a sense of personal agency and empowerment, and build a sense of connection with ourselves and others. So why not throw any meditation or yoga video and call it a day? Although there are great resources on the internet, they may not be the most suitable for youth or include trauma-informed considerations that New Leaf knows can be super important. Through our years of experience, we've adapted these practices into activities that are youth-friendly, engaging, and even fun. Not to worry if you're new to mindfulness or meditation, the toolkit makes these MBA practices easy to deliver without having to be experts. And we encourage you to learn and engage with your students. Okay, so how does it work? The toolkit is available on our online learning platform, accessible on any device with internet. It's full of resources and handouts and recordings that can be played directly within the platform or downloaded and used offline. And it's designed for you to use in virtual or in-person classes. The platform is designed for educators to use as a guide, and it's not meant to be accessed by students. Think of it like your online teaching textbook. The toolkit is organized into 7 modules called lessons, meant to be completed sequentially over 7 weeks with materials that build on one another. Each module follows the same structure and includes 5 tools. Creative ways to learn mindfulness like art, mixed media activities, discussion questions, and physical exercise. Each tool should take no more than 5 to 15 minutes to complete, so they can be easily built into your day. While the modules are sequential, you can use the 5 tools in any order. Use one of them or all of them each week, whatever you think is the best fit for your group. One recommendation we have, though, is to use the tools as regularly as you can. Engaging in shorter mindfulness practices more often can be more impactful than engaging in longer practices less frequently. Remember, the activities are short and sweet, so we encourage you to explore how you can bring them into your classroom's weekly routine. Let's take a closer look at the toolkit materials, starting with the introduction. This area provides an overview of the toolkit. You'll find some resources to use in your classroom or program to help you talk about mindfulness with your group. We've included a handout you can download and share, along with links to recordings and YouTube videos discussing the benefits of mindfulness and dismantling stereotypes of who these practices are for. To navigate between modules, you can use the left-hand menu or the next and previous buttons. Let's go on to Lesson 1. Start where you are to see how the rest of the toolkit materials are structured. First, you'll see an overview of the theme for each week, which you can screen share and read to your group or put into your own words. Below that, you'll see a list of tools, a quote, check-in question, meditation, movement, activity, and a journal prompt. Let's check out the first tool, the quote. The quotes can be used to generate discussion about the theme of the week. We've shared some discussion prompts to get everyone thinking and engaged in conversation. You can navigate to the next tool by clicking the Next Tool button or from the left-hand menu. The Mark Complete button is a function that you're welcome to use or not to track what lessons and tools you've used. However, you don't need to mark complete in order to progress to the next tool or lesson. Now, let's take a look at the second tool, which is the check-in question. These questions encourage mindful reflection and can be a great way to start your day as a moment to pause and notice something about your present moment experience. Whether it's external, like something we see around us, or internal, like how we're feeling. The next tool is the meditation recording, which you can play from within the platform by simply clicking play. Alternatively, you could click and share the link with the youth so they can access the recording on their own time. And now, onto the movement video. It should be noted that no supplies are needed for any of the mindful movement practices, and all the exercises can be done in a small amount of space. You can play the video from within the platform, or you can click the embedded link. This is also the link you can share with your students. At the beginning of each video, there's a short disclaimer to remind everyone to participate in the movement in a safe way. It's a best practice of ours to regularly remind students to take breaks as needed and to do the movements in a way that feel right to them. The final tools are the activity and journal prompts. These are short exercises that use creativity, like art, mixed media, and writing, to build mindful awareness in other ways. Each activity is available within the platform, or you can download and share the handouts. Once you've completed the 7th module, you'll notice 2 final sections, What Next and Feedback. What Next shares some suggestion links to other resources and more so that you and your students can continue to explore mindfulness beyond the toolkit. The feedback section provides links to 2 survey forms, one for students and one for educators. Please fill out these surveys once you've completed all 7 modules. It should take less than 5 minutes to. It's so important that we hear about everyone's experience using the toolkit so we can continue to best serve you and the communities we work with. Next, I'll highlight a few additional tips for using the toolkit effectively. First, really make it your own. You know your class or group best and can pick what you think they'd be most interested in and what would meet their needs. For example, you might notice your class has a lot of energy one day and choose to start off with a movement practice as an outlet, followed by a check-in question to center the group. Or maybe decide to end your class with a meditation because you notice the group is anxious as exam time approaches. It's totally up to you. The primary goal of the toolkit is to build awareness, not to feel a certain way or to cultivate a particular feeling. Building mindful awareness doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, just like anything. A pro basketball player doesn't make 3-pointers consistently without a lot of practice and commitment over a long period of time, right? Everyone learns and grows at their own pace. One person might jump right in on this mindfulness journey, engage in the activity, share openly in group discussion, and you can see a direct change of perspective or behavior. And another person might be totally resistant to the curriculum at first, but at the end of the 7 weeks, they are now choosing to participate in activities or heard something impactful along the way in one of the lessons. Both scenarios are showcasing growth and positive change. It just looks different. Now that you've completed this orientation, we encourage you to explore the materials on the platform, get comfortable with it before sharing it with your students. We are here to support you through this process. If you have any questions about the tools or how to engage students, please send us an email. A member of our staff team will be happy to respond with suggestions and supports. Thank you so much for your time and passion in supporting your wellness and the wellness of your students. We look forward to connecting with you soon.